Hey ho folks, what's up? This is Macro and today we're playing Satisfactory again. Last time around we started to build this little thing here which provides smart platings from our production line up there over to this train station here. So as promised, I completed all of that. I connected this guy to a conveyor belt going underneath here, up there, and over there. Can have a look at that. As you can see, smart plating is coming in, and we already should see some of them in here. Yeah, there we go. Alright, that's one thing, and also, as you can see down there, I dismantled almost all of that. These two poles can go as well. Alright, dismantled all of that and stored a reasonable amount of the FICSIT resources in here. You can see a full container of presents, some branches, candy canes, the ornaments, the bows, more ornaments, snow, and a bit of the more complex resources over here. What we are missing actually are the iron ornaments. We only have the copper ones, which is because those went into a production line as well, and the production line stalled as soon as all of the iron ones were used, basically, right? So there were none left, and I built this little chain of containers here to burn all of them, and the last one can actually already go since it's empty. How does that look? Yeah, that's still a lot of resources to burn, but they will do as we go on doing more stuff. So currently we are waiting for the construction train to come over here. Where is it? Over there. You can see it in via the compass at the top of our screen. So next step for today is gonna be the supply of automated wiring, which we will get from over there, from our steel factory, right? So I've already prepared a few foundations over there, which will be, or which will constitute the intersection we are going to build. There's the construction train right on time. Let's head towards it and stop it right here. Self-driving and brake. All right. Let's back up a little bit. Just like that. All right. So we are going to build an intersection here. Then the newly created train tracks will go over here, and somewhere around this place there will be our new train station connected to the automated wiring supply from our steel factory there. So let's start with the intersection here. To do that, we just remove our train tracks here and start with the bend in this direction, like that. Then let's place one straight section here, just like that. Same for the other track. There we go. And now we can do the same in the other direction. Let me think. We need, let's start here. We need this to go here, like that. And we need, whoops, get that right? Yeah. This to go here. Why does it complain about clipping? I guess that's all right. And now let's just connect those two. And also the straight lines right through the intersection, right? So that's good. We want to remove those signals because there would be a very, very short segment here, which we don't want. So let's do it like this rather. You can go as well. And, you know, for those intersections, for the entrance at least, we don't need block signals, but path signals. So let's place them accordingly. One here for this entrance, and one on this side. There we go. And let's also place the remaining block signals here. They should show an arrow for now. Yes, because we have an open end over there. No problem, but those should be fine. I mean, I guess they are going to be fine as soon as a train wants to reserve a path through the intersection, right? By the way, at least that's the latest information I have about this, is that a path signal, if you were to build something like, let's say, something like that, right? And then here again, and you were to put a path signal right here before this intersection, before this, what do you call it? Split, basically, right? You might think that you could use this one track for multiple trains going in different directions because they could go past each other, right? Assuming that this auxiliary track here is a bit longer, of course. But that's not the case. A path signal in this case would always lead to a train reserving the shortest path through the split here, which would always be this one, right? And never use a path in cooperation with another train or something like that. So this will never work, right? So path signals for those intersections only work in a way that the whole section doesn't need to be clear, but only the path it tries to take should be clear. So if a train comes this way going this way, right? And if another train comes this way and wants to maybe take this turn here, right? They will do that simultaneously since they don't use the same path through that intersection. That's basically all. Yeah, so that's why we use them for intersections. All right. Okay. How to start with the train station? It's a little bit of a challenge every time. So let's see. This is the part of the track that goes into, that goes out of the exit track, basically out of the train station. So what we want to do is connect this one to, yeah, the exits of our individual platforms, right? Let's see how we're gonna do this. Let's make some space here. There's a little platform to work with, right? Something like that. And maybe let's use one more. And maybe even one more. So now we should have one space between us and the steel factory. That should be fine. And now I'd imagine the train platforms to go like this. That's the train station. What are we missing? Surface to uneven. So we are not missing anything. That's fine. So if we want, we gotta account for the bend, right? We use a 3x3 band, so we are on this lane here. We need 5. So that's 1, 2, and 3. So the bend will stop right here. Right? Smetje bakken. All right. So give me that. That's gonna be our band. Then we want to have at least, or we want to have exactly 8 foundations of a idle section, basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So up until here. Now we... Oh, no, it's 2. One thing about train tracks is that they have to go at least for 1.5. I'm not really able to show you here because it snaps directly. But as you can see, it's still red, so I cannot build it because it's too short. They need to be at least 1.5 foundation long. I can show you maybe here. So that's 1 foundation, red, and we almost at 1.5, and now it turns blue, right? So we're good here since we have 2 foundations left of space. All right, so that's this one. Then we add our usual freight platforms, 2 of those. Let's have the connectors on the other side. Now we want to have we also want to have an 8 platform idle track right in front of it. So let's do that. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oopsie. It should be exactly here, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Exactly. Good. Let's extend our whole thing that direction. And now we need another 3x3 curve, bend, whatever. That's gonna be this one. Another one. As if I had planned this, right? And I didn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 foundations of another idle track. Straight track over here, and we need to account for another 3x3. That should be exactly here. Go around here. And bam. And as you can see, now the signals don't show an arrow anymore because they are connected now. They are a loop basically, right? All right. You know the rules. There needs to be another auxiliary train station as well. You know, where we want to place or want to have our construction train go in case we need it here. So that it doesn't block train tracks. I mean, we could always drive it manually somewhere and park it there, right? Right in the middle of a track, but that will block other trains. We don't want that, of course. So let's build another train station, the aux one. Just extend the platform a little bit. Oops. There we go. Place the next train station right next to this one. And this is gonna go here. Then we want to have 2 empty platforms. Like that. And connect it to the actual railway then. Like this. Another one up until here as the idle track, you know, in case we have more than one construction train, which will never happen, I guess. Connect this here. And done. Let's configure the train stations accordingly. This one will be called steel. What are they called? Automated wiring. Automated wiring out. Good. And this is going to be steel aux. Good. The freight platforms need to load, right? It should be the same here. Yes. So that a train loads the automated wirings. Good. And now all we have to do is place the block signals accordingly. So we should have, let's start with this track here. We should have one here. And then I guess another one right in front of the idle track here. Oh. That's not the idle track. That's the idle track. Is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's the idle track. So remove this one. Whoopsie. So then the one after the idle track. And then, yeah, the ones in front of the individual idle tracks of each train station. Like that. And to make that an actual idle track, we need another one right in front of each platform. And, of course, right after each platform. And then another one right before the next idle track. And right after the next idle track. That's a bit weird that they don't line up exactly here, but we're fine, I guess. I mean, we could do this, right? So that we have an idle track that's a bit longer. That's fine. Okay, cool, great. Let's call our construction train here. We'll have to go around at our central station and turn and get over here again, but that's something our train has to do, right? And not us, not we. So, yeah, let it go to steel aux and turn on self-driving. Now we should see it going. Cool. All right, so train station is set up. What we could do right now actually is cut the whole power line here and use this as a power connection, right? But we won't do that. So let's see where and how we are going to cut off. What is it? 10 automated wiring, right? Should also be on the topmost floor here. Over here, I guess. Yeah. Okay, we have 2.5 per minute. Let's see if they are. Yeah, they are all going on 100%, so 2.5 per minute. We need 10, so that's easy. We cut off right here, right? So we cut this and this and this, and we just... Oh, I'm in the wrong quick bar. Do something like this. So now only 2.5 per minute will go to our main storage. And the remaining 10, I guess, will go here somewhere? Let's see. Oh, the train has arrived. Cool. That's actually not too bad. Let's place a wall up there. Let's have a conveyor lift here. Like that. Can we get away? Oh. It's not exactly aligned. You know what? I think that's exactly where our wall holes come into play. So where are we? We are one off to the center, right? Like that. And of course, we cannot do that in one single go. So let's build a little bit of scaffolding here as usual. Yeah, the train won't stop complaining, by the way, until we actually turn off self-driving again. We will take care of that in a minute. Remove all of that again. All right, so now 10 automated wirings should go this way. Throw away all of this stuff. Okay, cool. Let's leave and see how we are going to connect that. And I suppose we do that basically the same way as we did it for the smart platings. So we built kind of a little walkway for those, something like that, right? Okay. Oh, I guess. Maybe not, since we had the connectors on this side, right? So bringing them down here would be too close. I don't know. Let's see about that. I need something to get up there real quick. Let me just build a little bit of a wall down here. And a ladder. Just a temporary one, right? And first thing, let's turn off that guy up there so that it stops complaining. Yeah. I'm coming. Don't you worry. Turn off. Thank you. All right. So, let's see. We want this to go in the second one. In the second, what's it called? Car. So we use the second platform here. Let's place a conveyor lift hole. We could, can we do this? This would be sharp on the edge of this foundation here, so I would like to do that here. Let's see if we can get away with this. Looks like it, right? Cool. So now, can I reach this? Yeah, that's nice. We do something like that. hop down there. And work our way over here. One more. Yes. Give me a wall. Do I actually want a wall here? I don't think so. I don't think so. So let's see, we are on this. We are 2 off from the center, so we are using basically our default right lane here, right? So we could do something like that and place a wall hole here, right? Is that already enough? What? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was confused by the direction there for a second. This should work, right? So now let's encase this in walls. All the way over here. Like that. Like that. And bring a belt over on this lane. Yeah. So 1, 2 here, as far as we can. I guess we need 2 sections, yeah. Oh, at least we need 3 sections, yeah. All right. That should be it. Let's close this up. And we should be fine. Is there any way? Maybe, you know what? Maybe we should actually connect those 2. Yeah, let's do that. Here. And let's place a ladder here. So that we always can reach our train station from the roof of our steel factory here. All right, so now we should be seeing automated wiring coming in here as soon as they reach the end of this conveyor belt. So what we can do now is we can set up a train. By the way, let's not lose track of our to-do list. We finished those 2 points, so let's just remove them from here. Okay, so now we can place a train. There's a train. 2 freight cars. 1. And 2. Let's give that train a name. That's HMF. Intermediate in, let's call it that way, right? Intermediate products input, basically. And now we are actually going to create, yeah, a proper timetable, basically. So, as we said, you are going to go to smart plating out first, and then automated wiring out next, and then you are going to HMF in, so the input train station of our heavy modular frame factory. We could also say, for this, we can move the window here. Okay, so for the final stop at our factory, do this. And I can only choose between and or. Okay, what I want to achieve is the following. The train should not be going back and forth with full cars, right? So if there's no more space in the factory left, it should wait. It should wait until its cars are fully unloaded. That counts for both, right? So that might be a problem. No, we can't do that. We can't do that. Discard. Just go all the time. We can do that because imagine smart platings are full, right, in our factory, and they will back up until the freight platform, and the train won't be able to unload smart platings, and the car will remain full. But that at the same time is not the case for automated wirings. The factory actually needs automated wirings to go on producing other stuff that eventually requires smart platings as well, right? So the whole production would stall then if the train would wait there to unload all the automated wirings. So we can't do that. We just leave it as that. So can we skip? Couldn't we skip this somehow? Oh no, that's exactly right. Now we say turn on self-driving, and it should grab all the smart platings from the central station and grab all the automated wirings from here. So now it will just choose a random track to go. No, not a random track. The construction train blocks the other one. But it will ignore this station, of course, because the next stop is central. So do we see automated wirings? Yes, we do. Great. So that's basically our first automated train. And it will start loading more and more of the resources into the factory train station. All right, let's stop at our central station one more time. We use the automated driving here because this way it will coordinate with the other train, right? And we don't accidentally crash into it or something like that. We were to do it manually. And the section seems to work flawlessly. That's good. There she goes. As you can see, the first car already has something in it. turn it off. I wanted to check one more thing. I built a temporary container down here. Okay, I already removed it. That's good. Let's check on those. That seems to be empty. Yes, good. How does it look here? Still a bit more to go. How many coupons for? Okay. Then let's jump, or you know what? Why are we here? Let's grab a few more things before we go. Let's fill up on biofuel. All right. By the way, I redesigned this a little bit here using the upper outputs of those containers because currently this whole thing here is backing up as hell because we don't need it, right? We never use the biomass burners up there, so wood and leaves are backing up, and at some point those containers will be full. And there is a possibility to, let me show you real quick, fuel, liquid biofuel. You can produce liquid biofuel from solid biofuel and water. We have water over there, no problem. So at some point, what I want to do is use the lower two outputs, merge them, I guess, and use some of the biofuel to provide those to a solid biofuel factory and what is it called? Fuel generators connected to them, right? Now I'm thinking it might not be a good idea to grab those from down here. We should probably use smart splitters because the whole production line here, as far as I remember at least, is kind of adjusted to all the burners up here, right? But do I really care? I mean, it would mean that if we, in the case that we would use the biomass burners as well as the biofuel production and power plants and stuff like that, at the same time, that there won't be enough for both, I guess. I mean, we're bringing in some more biofuel from the other factory over here, from this one, right? So that might just be enough, but I don't know. But do I really care is the question. I mean, both will provide power, and if they both do not run at 100%, so be it, right? Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's fine. So let's grab a few more materials here. We don't need to grab any more iron plates and concrete, right? Since there's more than enough in our dimensional depot. So we just grab some of the other stuff that we might need. And I also already have a little temporary container over at our factory construction site. So not really that much to worry about here. Yeah, grab more wire. Wire was really a problem in between episodes since I placed a few more geothermal power plants all over the place, and they use a lot of wire, obviously. So I ran out of wire. And and had to go back and grab more, and well, was a bit of a hassle. I know that we have lots of steel stuff, so plates and pipes and beams up in our train. You know what, let's just fill that up, even though we have a lot of that in our dimensional depot as well. Grab a few motors. We should also be good on motors actually, but you know, better safe than sorry. Fill that one up. I guess fill up. Whoopsie. What did I do? No. There we go. Silica. We don't even have silica here. Fill those up. Get some computers and maybe another stack, and then we should be good. Ah, by the way, I already prepared the containers for our next 3 products here, right? And I put the remaining frames here that we already collected from the various crash sites. By the way, now that I remember, we unlocked this scanning thing last time. Where are we gonna find that? This the signal tower or whatever, radar tower? What was it called? Shouldn't it be under special somewhere? Did I miss it? No. Production? Production wouldn't make any sense. Power wouldn't make sense either. Logistics, no. Organization, maybe? Oh yeah, radar tower. It uses 20. Notable signal readings. Yeah, maybe we might want to place one of those in one of the next episodes just to test them out. For now, I can see that we're already at the end of the episode again. Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, we completed the intermediate product supply with the next train station over there, and that's something we achieved, I guess, this episode. Okay, I will hop into this train and go to our... Whoopsie. And we'll go to our construction site right here, and we meet again over there. So, thanks so much for watching, as always. I appreciate it, and I hope to see you around next time as well. And until then, bye-bye.